Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you don't know who I am, my name is Luvkit. I am a Twitch streamer and a mom, and I make videos around Twitch tips and vlogs, a day in the life. If this is something that you're interested in, just keep on watching. So today's video, I'm actually going to be doing a Q&A. If you follow me on any of my socials or join my Discord, which will be down in the description down below. I do ask a lot of questions around what type of videos should we be doing. If you would like to have a part of that, make sure you join the Discord or follow me on my socials because I'm constantly asking y'all a question as to what y'all would like to see in the next video. So in today's Q&A, I asked a bunch of people on Instagram, Twitter, my Discord, wherever I possibly could. I asked a bunch of questions about what are some of the things that you would like to know. It could be about streaming or it could be about me personally. From Spartan, this is what I got. How you got into streaming and content creation. I just had a baby and I was very depressed. When you're in your early 20s and you have a baby and you're like one of the first people of your friend group to have a baby, everybody felt like they just disappeared. And it was brought to my attention that because I do a lot of gaming, that I should start streaming on Twitch to meet new people that are like-minded. I checked it out a little bit and I was like, okay, I'm gonna try it because I can stream directly from my console. And that's what I did for the first 5 years. I would literally stream from my console to Twitch, where I just started out as something like I just wanted to try it and I'm not quite sure if it's something for me. I just kept with it. I ended up falling in love with it. It wasn't until the last 2 years that I actually started doing things on other platforms. I make TikTok videos, I do Instagram posts, and I try to ask as many questions as possible over on Twitter. That's how I got into it. I figured being a stay-at-home mom, I wanted to pour a bunch of time into this. Now that both my kids are in school, I can now focus more on while they're at school, I can create content. Six decided to ask me about a bikini stream. No, I will never show skin for anyone. So there's that. Being a parent streamer and your view on the whole aspect. Me personally, I feel like being a parent streamer is really difficult because it's not you just balancing your personal life with what you want to do in the world. It's more so you have also main responsibilities that you got to take care of. Like I had a collaboration a couple of weeks ago with Sloth Bag. Midstream, I had to go ahead and just shut everything down because my 6-year-old was getting sick all down my hallway. It was one of those things like being a parent, you always got to make sure you put that first and then everything else afterwards. The most rewarding part about being a parent and doing what I do is the simple fact of my kids want to grow up to be just like me. They want to do YouTube and Twitch and things of that nature. I feel like it's a toss-up. Like it's definitely a challenging thing. And I don't think a lot of people take into consideration that there, as a parent, we constantly have to cancel streams because our kids are sick or we're feeling under the weather or we're really drained because our kids have ran wild for like a week straight. At the end of the day, do your best. Vitamin JG, 6 skateboard tricks or your favorite games growing up. First of all, the only thing I can do on a skateboard is move. But my favorite game growing up was actually Frogger. And I beat every single Frogger game I possibly could. I would spend hours upon hours playing Frogger. And then once I beat that one, it was like going after Donkey Kong. I played a lot of Game Boy games growing up, but I also enjoyed things like Crash Bandicoot, Twisted Metal, and you know, all of the original like PlayStation games. All right, so I'm gonna move over to my Discord questions. I got a bunch of them from one of my members called Beats68. She said, any tips for new streamers? Every single time that you go live as a new streamer, try something different. Try one thing different or one thing to improve. Regardless if it's how you talk to people or how you play a game. Figure out ways to keep yourself talking is like the biggest challenge that most people try to overcome. So if you can overcome that, you are doing wonderful. Keep going. And as a new streamer, tech problems are gonna happen. It doesn't matter how long you've been streaming. If you've been streaming for a long period of time or a short period of time, it is so hard to not have tech problems. And by the way, in case you were wondering, tech problems only happen when you go live. They never happen before you go live, so you have time to fix it. That's just that. How do you keep people engaged in chat? The multiple ways that I keep people engaged in chat and keep people going is I'm always asking questions. I am constantly trying to get to know my community. I have a bunch of games that they can play in my stream. I do a lot of hands-on things for them. Like if they redeem some of my channel points, I would dance along while singing the song. Or there's a thing in my chat where like if you hit exclamation point PP, it shows your PP size. And We're very weird over on Twitch, which I love. I love the fact that we can be this way. Making sure that you understand your community is going to help you so much more. And depending on the type of community you wish to build is also what's going to help you a lot when you start having those types of people coming in. When's the best time to time out, ban, or block people on Twitch? So this is going to be a little bit of a story time. Just yesterday on Valentine's Day, I decided to do a surprise stream where I was just trying to hang out with people, and somebody came in. We're gonna call him Jay. He decided to be very nasty in my chat towards me because apparently the group of people that I play with on a regular basis, they reported him in DVD for being extremely toxic, for possibly hacking and things of that nature. I can honestly tell you that I have reported less than 3 people. The fact that they came into my stream and they were threatening me. They were saying things about my looks and going after threatening my kids and things of just that nature. They were just really nasty. And these are some things that I want y'all to understand if this is something that you're trying to get some info on. When it comes to banning, if it makes you uncomfortable, it makes other viewers uncomfortable. Don't be afraid to ban somebody. It doesn't matter if the person is throwing a bunch of money at you, subbing to your channel, gifting a bunch of subs, throwing bits, what have you. If people are making you uncomfortable or feel as though they are above the rules that you have set for your stream, get rid of them. If they bring toxic feelings into your stream, get rid of them. If they can't follow any of the rules, get rid of them. And if you correct them and then they turn around and they start getting angry and not taking the correction as an adult, get rid of them. And the reason why I said say get rid of them if they can't take the correction is because if they cause issues after you have corrected them, what you will allow, then when something serious happens, they will go even further than what they did originally. So the faster you can get rid of negativity, the better. Timing out, usually we do timeouts whenever we're trying to correct somebody for them to stop. Like if they're spamming in my chat, we do like a 10-second timeout so that we have enough time to type up, hey, stop spamming in chat, or you're gonna get a longer timeout. Blocking people. I usually don't block people personally just because I think it's hilarious that people will become obsessed with trying to troll you. That what they don't understand is it doesn't matter on what platform it is. If they're trying to troll you, they're constantly thinking about you rent free. So allow them to, because that's the kind of energy that they want to burn. So let them. Any tips for the end of stream? I always struggle with how to end. The way that I always end my stream is I always tell people, okay, this is the last game I'm going to play. So that gives everybody an understanding that this is going to be the last time. I'm going to go ahead and raid out after this. I always have my socials on my stream deck. So if I hit my social button, it automatically pops up in my stream so that people can follow me on any of my socials. They know what's going on at all times. I always say when I'm going to be live next, especially this is why it's so important to have a stream schedule, is so that you can be like, okay guys, I will be live again Friday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and we're going to be doing DVD. I play a lot of DVD, so obviously I'm going to play DVD. But another thing that I just recently started incorporating is a raid message, which I set it up by doing a command of !raid. My biggest struggle that I have is when you go to raid, people don't tend to stay in your chat and go over to the raid and then blow their chat up, which is something I've always wanted, but people don't do it and you can't force people to do it. So that's usually how I end my streams. So I really hope that helped you. What is the best way to tell teammates you are playing with that they are going too far or being too loud without being rude? I'm going to be honest with you. The best way to handle this is like, obviously, try and talk to them privately about the situation if it's a continuous thing. If they don't listen to you, I won't play with those people. People that continually like oversteps the boundary that I have set, I stop playing with them. People are being loud. I actually have it set up in my Discord where I am louder than my Discord. And I know I get a lot of people questioning in my stream, why I can barely hear them. You're not supposed to hear them. That's for me to hear them. It's fine for you to hear them, but the thing is you are the main person of the show and you need to make sure that you set that boundary. This is the Luvkit show. This is not the Malcolm show, you know, whatever. People need to understand that you need to set these boundaries in place as soon as possible. You need to make sure that your rules are very black and white, so that when it comes down to it, like if you don't want sexual conversations within your stream, you make sure that you put this is a PG-13 stream. You set those boundaries, you make sure the moderations are where they need to be at. So something that I do stream on PC, so I'm able to do what's called keybinds, and on my mouse, on the side of my mouse, I can mute my entire Discord. I can deafen myself, so that way they can't hear me, I can't hear them, my stream can't hear them, and it's just me talking to my community. That helps a lot, especially when feelings get a lot really involved in the game, so that once you know everything calms down, then I'll just like undeafen myself and be like, all right, cool, let's go play the next game, you know, rub it underneath the rug. But eventually you do need to talk to these people. You can't just like turn the other cheek, because that's how you create a toxic community and people that don't respect you or your boundaries. With DBD, it's sometimes hard for me to pay attention to chat. Any advice on how to improve that? So the way that I have my monitor set up is my gaming monitor sits right in front of me, and my chat is literally right next to it. So I see the movement from my peripherals of when my chat is actually going off. Now, if I'm working on a gen and I know the killer's nowhere near me, I kind of glance over there to see where I'm at, see how many people have chatted. Sometimes at the end of the game, I do have to play catch up, but it's not very often I do that. I do really well about like keeping in touch with chat. A lot of people don't take this as an idea. The game is a buffer. And what I mean by that is a visual buffer. A lot of the times people don't come there to watch you play a video game. They can watch YouTube if they want to watch you play a video game. They come there for your personality, who you are, and to be close to you. They don't really come for the games unless you ignore your chat and you're all about the game. If that's the kind of community you want, that's fine. But if you want something that's more social, more personable, then chat comes first over the game. I am constantly messing up gens because I always put my chat first. I am constantly being put on a hook because my chat comes first. Figure out what your priorities are and make sure you focus on that. What do you suggest for audio? So I know the person that's asking this question, they are on console. I'm on PC. I use the Elgato Wave 3 and I use their software. That's what I use. They have a lot of things that you can add, like a noise gate or sound or suppression and things of that nature. If you don't have a high-end mic on OBS, you can do the exact same filters for your audio. Now, if you have an audio that's constantly going in and out and it's staticky, I highly suggest you upgrade your mic or your headset so that it works. Any advice on how to deal with causing drama in a chat or Twitch or on Discord? Okay, so I don't tolerate drama. I don't tolerate it at all. I tell people either A, you act like an adult, or you get out of my community. And that may come across really harsh for some people, but I'm a very drama-free person. I have one of the most wholesome communities that I've ever found on Twitch. There's very minimal drama. Everybody knows that if you can't check yourself at the door, you need to be gone. I don't tolerate it at all in my chat. People get timed out and I tell them that they need to step away from my chat for a little bit, and then I will private message them within a day or two and have a conversation with them. But at the end of the day, it depends on how you see your stream. Like I see mine as my business, as my brand. So it gets treated as such in a very professional manner of that nature. With that being said, if somebody is continuously causing drama or causing issues and it makes not only you upset or uncomfortable, get rid of them. Those are not needed in any community. And I feel like so many smaller streamers have such a hard time. And I get it. Y'all want views. But at the end of the day, when you have people that are very toxic within your community, you're not going to get more views. Because if it makes you uncomfortable, it makes other people extremely uncomfortable. They're just waiting for you to do something about it. How has your community impacted your life? My community has impacted me in so many ways. When I first started streaming, I had extremely bad social anxiety where I was stuttering so bad. It would make me even more nervous to talk to people when I was going through all that. Today, I don't care. I stopped caring about how I am presented or how I talk to people. My community has built me up in so many different ways. I have gone through a lot in my life, and if I didn't have my community that I have today, it would probably be a very lonely perspective from my point of view. I know that my community has reached out to me on numerous occasions saying how much I've inspired them. I personally don't know where I've been an inspiration, but I inspire people to try streaming. I have a blast doing it. So if you enjoy getting to know people, or if you want to involve people into your gaming thing, I strongly suggest you stream. I strongly suggest you find the people that connect with you the most. I have met people all around the world. I got Spexy in New Zealand. I've got people in Alaska, Canada, UK. I've got people everywhere. I've got a couple of Australians, which is pretty wild in my opinion. And it has been one of the best journeys of my entire life. I have never worked so hard for anything. So if that tells you how much my community means to me, and I always try to do something better in every single thing that I put out, at least one thing better, whether it be audio or I added a new thing to it or what have you. For me, it was something that just, it meant more to me emotionally than something physically. And this year I'm hoping to go to TwitchCon, and I am hoping that I can meet a good portion of my community while I'm there, and I can hang out with them. Not just at TwitchCon, but outside of TwitchCon. Like we can go out to dinner and things of that nature. I feel very connected with my people. And if you want that, please, please, please don't be scared to go ahead and start streaming. All right, guys, I do appreciate you watching this video. I've got to hurry up and edit it and get it uploaded. But if this has helped you in any way possible, please go ahead, subscribe to the channel, and make sure that you hit a like button. Don't forget to turn on your post notifications, and I will see you in the next video. Happy streaming, guys.